Welcome to Todd's. That's right, folks. I am your host, Todd Kiper Berman Jr. It's exciting to be here, exciting to be back, previewing Week 7 of the SPE F09/S10 Fantasy Football League. Again, I am your host, Todd Kiper Berman Jr. It's a pleasure to be here. Sorry you caught me on my mid-morning jog, mid-afternoon jog, depending on what time of what place in the country it's, so I'm a little out of breath. I have to compose myself. Christ. Your favorite cowboy from hell, Todd Kiper Berman Jr. Coming into your screen. Coming fast, coming hard, coming quick. Let's hop right into the matchups, folks. Todd Kiper Berman Jr. here looking at the first matchup of the week. That's right, we got a big matchup, maybe the matchup of the week. I'm going to call it matchup of the week 1C. That's right, Team America, fuck yeah, going up against One Nation Under Todd Part 2. Heck yeah. And let's see who comes out on the top here. Looking at the quarterback matchup here, we have Drew Brees going against Carolina. Patrick Mahomes going against Denver. Brees' arm is about a piece of rubber. Almost as good as a piece of rubber, though. Rubber, of course, going high in the market, 75 cents an ounce right now. But not good enough in this game. I think Patrick Mahomes' arm is made of gold. That's going at a higher ounce trade, or per ounce trade. And that's what we're going to look at here. We're going to look at that matchup. And that's why I think Patrick Mahomes has the advantage. Looking at the running back position here, though, this is where Bollinger's team starts to really have the advantage. He is projected to win 117.3 to 113.9. Jones is second. Mike Davis Jr. going against Leonard Fournette, Kareem Hunt. I think Hunt has a really nice day against Cleveland. That's what he's banking on. Kohler's banking on Fournette getting one carry for 65 yards and a touchdown. Hopefully out getting Jones there. Doesn't really have anybody else to play. And so he's really banking on Lenny there. Let's see what happens. The advantage to Justin Bollinger. Looking at the receiver position, Mike Evans, Mari Cooper, Michael Henry, Chase Claypool going for Justin Bollinger, DK Metcalf, Edelman, and the double tight end combination. That's right, Jonnu Smith and Noah Fant going for Kohler. Both are questionable, so that really makes things interesting here. So let's see what happens with both of those players being questionable. I want to give the advantage to Kohler, though. I think Metcalf has a huge week against Arizona. Edelman has a nice bounce-back game against San Francisco, which has a dinged-up secondary. And I think Jonnu Smith's a great tight end. I think Noah Fant's an even better tight end. Boom, advantage to Kohler. I think Chase Claypool cools down a little bit against what is a good Tennessee secondary. Looking at the defenses here, we have the Browns going against Cincinnati. Steelers going against Tennessee. Probably advantage to the Browns. Of course, Brandon Gano in the kicking position for Kohler. Brandon McManus going up against the Chiefs. I'm going to give the advantage to Brandon Gano. And guess what? I'm going upset. This guy's public enemy number one. He bugs me about not picking him all the time, so out of pure spite, I am picking Robert Kraft. I'm picking One Nation Under Todd Part 2. I think he's going to have a brilliant week this week. He's going to have a bounce back in standings. He's had a couple of rough, 2 out of 3 weeks, been really rough for him. I think he bounces back this week. I think we love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. I think that's going to be really the match of the week. Congratulations, Brett Kohler, on a projected victory. Down goes public enemy number one. Down goes Bollinger. Wish you all nothing but the best, though. Now looking on to the next game, that's right, is the Guys worth the squeeze. Going up against mixing things up. Both teams coming off losses. The Guys worth the squeeze had a tough season. Think about throwing in the towel. Think about throwing in the shirt, the jersey, turning in his helmet, turning in his pads. I think, let's see if he, fights that feeling this week. Is he going to be hooked on feeling this week of victory, or is he going to be hooked on feeling of losing? Mix this thing up, hoping to mix things up and stay on playoff contention. Looking at the quarterback, so we got Rodgers versus Stafford. We're going to have to go Rodgers there, probably a better matchup versus Houston. Looking at the running backs here. Melvin Gordon, Kenyon Drake, DeAndre Hopkins, Julio Jones. I'm just going to start listing everybody for Mike Marone's team. Robert Gronkowski, Juju Smith-Schuster. Going up against what is Joe Mixon, James Conner, Calvin Ridley, Will Fuller, Darren Waller. Now, projected to have a huge week, Chris Tolman. I think this is why. I think Mixon has a nice day. I think Conner has a great day. I think Ridley has a nice day. Will Fuller hoping to bounce back this week against Green Bay after they were torched by Tampa Bay. And I think Darren Waller's going to have a really nice day against Tampa Bay as well. I think, he's a good tight end, probably one of the best in the league. I think he has a really nice day. Juju Smith-Schuster again, really sharing targets there. You got Deontay Johnson getting targets. You got James Washington getting targets. You have James Conner getting targets. Out of backfield, and of course, you have Chase Claypool, who's really emerged the past couple of weeks. Advantage in the flex position. I think Jamison Crowder is the only one seeing targets in New York. And for the Jets, who stink, they fart, they're like a bad fart, like a rotten egg kind of deal. I'm going to have to go to the advantage to Tolman there, though, because I think he's got a better player. Defenses, Bills going against the Jets could be the real big advantage here for Mike Malone. That's how he's going to pull out a victory. Kicker Daniel Carlson versus Kanye Fairbairn. Pretty even matchup. I'm going to have to stick with projections here, though. I think mixing things up, Chris Tolman gets the victory. I really like his running back combination. I love that Ridley-Waller combination. I think Jameson Crowder has a lot of catches in the PPR league. That's big. Of course, get points for catches. That's 1 point per catch. PPR, 1 point PPR. Advantage to mixing things up and Chris Tolman. Now, moving on to our next matchup, folks. That means we're chugging right along. Just like you saw me doing those high knees. Just chugging. Choo-choo. Starting the train, little train, old-fashioned, Old West train, horn, steam, Back to the Future 3. Anyways, looking at the matchup here, Gardner Minshew going up against for Eaglehoff, going up against Big God TDs, and coming off a nice victory last week. So let's see. The Falcons also coming off a victory against Gardner Minshew, second going against the Chargers, Deshaun Watson going against Green Bay. Got to get advantage of Big God TDs, and it's just a tough one to say. That is a tongue twister, Tyler Canning. Congratulations. Deshaun Watson, tongue twister, tongue-tied, all that fun stuff. Anyways, looking at Deshaun Watson as the advantage quarterback position. Looking at the running backs, Ezekiel Elliott, David Johnson for Kyle Eaglehoff, Alvin Kamara, Chris Carson for Big God TDs. I'm going to get the advantage. It's good to have Kamara back for Canning. Good to have Carson back for Canning. I think he has a nice week this week. Advantage to him. Looking at the wide receiver position, DJ Sharp, Deontay Johnson, Greg Olsen, David Montgomery for Kyle Eaglehoff, Kenny Golladay, Keelan Cole Sr., Robert Tonyan, and Emmanuel Sanders go for Big God TDs. I'm going to give the advantage again to Canning here. I really like the Golladay, Keelan Cole combination. I think Deontay Johnson's coming off injury, probably a little slow. And again, targets are scarce in Pittsburgh. A lot of people. It's scarce. It's like water in a desert. That's what targets are like right now. They're so spread out, so rare, so hard to find. It's like a rare steak at a restaurant. Anyways, I'm going to give the advantage to him. I think Tonyan also has a nice game against Houston. Look at the defenses here. New Orleans, Panthers going up against New Orleans, Eaglehoff, Bengals going up against Cleveland. Mayfield's do okay. He's good for a fumble, good for a pick. Give me the advantage to Canning there. I'm going to give it to my pick here. I think Tyler Canning has the victory here. Projected to win 118.7 to 115.7. I'm going to go out on the limb here. That's right. I'm standing on the limb, standing on the dive, behind dive. I got a lot of people standing behind you go, get off the ball, you fat ass. And anyways, I'm making the projection. That's exactly what the score is going to be. It's the exact score of what it's going to be. I'm going to go 118.7 to 115.7 for Tyler Canning. Now, moving on to the next matchup here. That's right, folks. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. It's King and Tyreek Hill. There's a lot of great matchups this week, and I really like this matchup, folks. King and Tyreek Hill versus Camper Scott again. King and Tyreek Hill 1-5. Matt LeCamp 4-2. Let's see why the projections are actually skewing towards the 1-5 team. That's right, 119.2 to 111.3 for Trey Nelson. Looking at the quarterback position, Tom Brady going against Vegas had a great day against Green Bay. I think he continues in Detroit. Matt Ryan going against Detroit. You know, I think I'm going to give the advantage to Matt Ryan here, though. Consistency has been the problem for the old man Brady. That's what happens. Some days you wake up and you're walking with your cane. Some days you're running a marathon. I think Matt Ryan's not quite reached that age yet. I think Matt Ryan finally gets a victory over Brady. Flashback to the Super Bowl. That's right. Flashback, flash forward, all kinds of things. Moving in time, not in the present day. Focus your mind present. Eckhart Tolle. Anyways, Matt Ryan has the advantage of the quarterback position. Looking at running back position, Antonio Gibson, James White versus Aaron Jones and Jerick McKinnon for Matt LeCamp. I do have to give the advantage to Camper there. Love that running combination, especially with Mostert out this week. McKinnon's going to have a nice day against New England. Now looking at the wide receivers, we have Tyreek Hill, Keenan Allen, Eric Ebron, and DJ Moore for Trey Nelson. I'm going to get Stephon Diggs, Darius Slayton, Mr. Fells, and Brandon Cooks for Matt LeCamp. I really like that Hill-Allen combination. Go up the hill, you reach the Allen, you get the well, all that kind of stuff. I think he's got a nice day. Allen really connecting well with Herbert, especially against the Jacksonville defense, which has been suspect this year. Just suspect Sherlock Holmes, kind of Dr. Watson thing. That's what we have going on right now. I think the advantage is going to go to Trey there. Looking at the tight end position, I think Eric Ebron has a nice day against Tennessee. DJ Moore is going to have a good day as well, although Brandon Cooks is surging currently for Tennessee. I'm going to give the advantage to Cooks, but overall, in that wide receiver tight end flex position, I'm giving the advantage to Trey, and I see why he's winning. Of course, no defense right now from Matt LeCamp. That's probably why the projection is so skewed towards Trey Nelson. So I'm going to give the advantage to Trey there just because of a lack of defense by Camper. Camper, get on your game, get on your defense, get somebody out there, get somebody to play. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do to win. Got to get a victory. He's got to go 5-2. Camper's camping. Is he going to be camping without a defense this week? No defense. Bears, of course, will attack. That's not good. Don't want to get bear attacked. Anyways, again, the kickers here. Butker always has the advantage over Mason Crosby. I am going to pull the upset pick here, folks. I'm sticking with the projections. I'm not going to go quite out on the limb. Not going to go quite on the diving board like I did with the Eaglehoff Canning, projecting the exact score, but I'm projecting a victory for the 1-5 Trey Nelson. Congratulations, Trey Nelson. Moving to 1-5. Okay, we're going to fall to 4-3, though, still in that playoff hunt. Anyways, looking at the next matchup here. That's right, folks. We're chugging right along to our matchup of the week. That's right, folks. We finally reached it. Max Chicago great again. Kyle the Group probably having one of his greatest fantasy seasons he's ever had, living in Dallas, enjoying the sunshine, enjoying the pool, enjoying his house, enjoying his job, enjoying his lifestyle, going against Fetch Edson Yeager, also enjoying his house, enjoying the lifestyle, enjoying Chicago, doing his thing. Jordan Allen graduates 4-2. It's a match for 4-2 teams, projected 107.1 for Kyle the Group, 117.6 for Jordan Allen. Big advantage in the projections for Jordan Allen. Let's see why. Looking at here, Cam Newton, for Kyle the Group going up against Joe Burrow. I'm going to give you the advantage to Burrow here. He's slinging, he's dinking, he's dropping dimes, he's dropping quarters, dropping pennies. That's right, folks. He's dropping all kinds of coins. And in a coin shortage, like we're currently in a change shortage, like we're currently in America, to be able to drop dimes like that is very impressive. Congratulations, Joe Burrow. Advantage, Jordan Allen. Looking at the running back position, Le'Veon Bell for Kyle the Group. Boston Scott going up against Todd Gurley and James Robinson. Not sure what you can get out of Bell. Could be a big week, a real boomer bust play there for the group. So just because of consistency, just because, again, I'm not trying to go out too on the limb. I already went too out on the limb earlier. I can already feel it. I can feel the pressure, sweat dropping down my back, heat, like things standing up, getting close to Halloween, ghosts, ghouls, goblins, all that fun stuff. Hair standing up my back, and I feel very Ghostbusters. Dan Aykroyd, hair brightness, R.I.P. Advantage to running backs to Jordan Allen. Looking at the wide receiver position here, A.J. Brown, Robbie Anderson for Kyle the Group, Michael Thomas, Deebo Samuel going up for Jordan Allen, George Kittle, as well as DeMarcus Robinson. Jimmy Graham, Travis Kelce going with the double tight end combination for Kyle the Group. I'm actually going to give the advantage to Group here. I love that matchup for A.J. Brown against Pittsburgh. I think he sees a lot of targets, although Michael Thomas is going to have a big day too. Robbie Anderson, I also think he's a better player than Deebo Samuel. I think it's about, he's got like 1B and 1C if you're ranking 4. I think Thomas is the A. You got freaking A.J. Brown and Robbie Anderson are the 1C. And I think the average out, even though it's the exact same average, averages out to the group. Looking at tight ends, though, Kelce versus Kittle, that's the tight end matchup of the week. That's our positional matchup of the week. A little new feature here on Todd's 10. That's right, folks, the positional matchup of the week. Excited to feature Jimmy Graham going against Robinson. Let's see what Jimmy does against the LA Rams. I think Robinson, I'm going to go with Jimmy, actually. You know what? I'm going with Jimmy. I think it's a low-scoring game of Bears versus Rams, and so I think the Bears defense is a nice play for Kyle the Group. Chargers defense going against Jacksonville. I think the Minshew Mania and the mustache has a decent day against that defense, so I'm going to give the advantage to the group there. Robbie Gold versus Mr. Cuckoo is a dynamite kicker. And you know what? The running back position is stacked for... I'm going to go boom play for Le'Veon Bell here. I'm going to pick Max Chicago great again. That's right. Max Chicago great again. I don't feel good about this pick at all. This is the worst pick I think I've made so far this week. But I just got a vibe about this team. It's having a good year. Kyle Duggar having a great fantasy season. Jordan Allen having a great fantasy season. I think we're going to see both of these teams in the playoffs, but for some reason this week, gut instinct, let's take some chips. So maybe that's why. My gut's bumbling. It's telling me something. It's rumbling. It's either I have to go to the bathroom or Kyle Duggar's going to win this week. I think it's the fact that Kyle Duggar's going to win this week. Moving on to the next matchup, folks. That's right, 2020, the Bees Knees going up against Stay Off the Weed. Big advantage here in the projections for Mike Boyd. 126 for him. 100.2 for Coach. And let's see why for Nick McCullough, why he's so favored to be down. We have Carson Wentz going against Russell Wilson. I think Wentz is going to have a better day than projected. But I think Wilson's the MVP, and I think he's going to give the advantage to Mike Boyd in the quarterback position there. Looking at running back David Singletary, Devontae Freeman have been letting him down the past couple of weeks, although I think Singletary's going to have a very nice week against the stinky New York Jets. I love the matchup versus him and Josh Jacobs this week. That's a great running back matchup. But Michael P. Ryan playing for Mike Boyd, that's tough. I'm going to give the advantage to Devontae Freeman there. It's a pretty even matchup so far besides the quarterback position. Now, looking at the receivers, this is where Mike Boyd's team has a significant advantage. That's right, folks. No, looking at the receivers, it's still recording. Thank goodness. I thought it went out. Devontae Adams, Robert Woods, Austin Hooper. Up against Cooper Kupp, Sterling Shepard, Hayden Hurst, and Henry Ruggs III, Tyler Lockett. Of course, Mike Boyd. You gotta love that Adams-Woods-Lockett combination. Hooper really coming along for Cleveland, going up against the Cincinnati defense, which is suspect. I'm going to give the advantage significantly to Mike Boyd there. I think that's where the 25.8-point spread is really coming into play. The other thing, the defense is here. You got the Patriots going against San Francisco 49ers. Washington going up against Dallas. Got the advantage to coach there. I think he has a nice day with that Patriots defense. Kicker's not really important. Joey Slye currently on the COVID list, I believe, so maybe you might want to play him, Mike Boyd. Overall, though, I have to stay with the pick here. Mike Boyd, favorite big. I think Russ has a huge day. I think Jacobs has a nice day. That wide receiver flex run through the tight end there is absolutely outstanding. I think it's closer than projected, though. I think that Mike Boyd is going to come out with the victory here. Moving on to the next game, just making sure I didn't skip over anybody this week. You know what? I didn't. I'm really just buzzing through them this week. Really just buzzing through. Todd's 10. Maybe I'm just a little tired. Maybe I'm just a little jacked up. Maybe I didn't get enough attention to some people. I apologize for that. I don't even know if anybody watches this anymore. And this is a test. If you watch this, comment in a text. I watched this. Anyways, looking at the last matchup here. Team Sex coming off 2 straight victories. Going up against What If Godwin was one of us. This is my matchup. 1C of the week. A very good matchup. A very, very good matchup. Team Sex is thriving. What If Godwin was one of us, managed by Jeff Up, is always thriving. So let's see why. Looking at the quarterback position, Kyler Murray for Eric Deutsch, Josh Allen going up for Jeff Up. Deutsch predicted to win 120.9, 115.3. I think Allen does the advantage though. Again, going against that stinky, those poopy, those awful New York Jets. I think he has a nice day. Looking at the matchup here though, we got for the running backs, Derrick Henry leading a huge rushing charge for the Tennessee Titans. Josh Jackson, the Los Angeles Chargers, going against Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Darrell Henderson. What happens to Helaire this week with Le'Veon Bell coming back? We don't know. That's what would be the advantage to Derrick Henry and Josh Jackson here. Both second running backs for these teams are a little suspect against Sherlock Holmes, Dr. Watson, looking at clues, Robert Downey Jr., June Law. Sherlock Holmes 3 is supposed to come out in 2021, coming out in 2022. It's a little IMDb information for you. Todd Kiper Berman Jr. diverse in his knowledge. Anyways, looking at it here, I'm going to give the advantage to team sets. Although the advantage to the quarterback, which would have got when it was one of us. Now look at the wide receiver positions in the tight end. For Eric Deutsch, Terry McLaren, Tyler Boyd, Gerald Everett, DeAndre Swift, like that. Odell Beckham Jr., CeeDee Lamb, Evan Ingram, Chris Godwin, for one Godwin was one of us. Wow. Drafting the team player your team is named after. Love that combination. Definitely flex advantage to Jeff up there just because of that name association. I love the name associations. Anyways, looking at it here, though, I think McLaren has the advantage over Beckham. Boyd, the advantage over Lamb. I'm not sure what's going on with that Dallas offense, although going up against Washington will help a little bit. Anyways, looking at here, Gerald Everett versus Evan Ingram. Gotta give the advantage to Ingram. I think he's going to have a nice night on Thursday Night Football tonight. I think he's going to really see an advantage there for what if Godwin was one of us. DeAndre Swift had a breakthrough game last week, but again, I like Godwin in that flex position. I think Swift's going to have a nice game. That's going to be about 15 points each. Overall, I really like the McLaren Boyd advantage for Eric Deutsch. I'm going to give the advantage to him, although the flex tight end, I'm going to give it to Up. This is an even matchup so far, so it's really going to come down to the defense and kicker, folks. That's right, we're grinding out the last two shots. Todd Kiper Berman usually doesn't do that. He usually doesn't whine and grind. He usually doesn't get on that dance floor. He usually doesn't get that field house dance floor on Wednesday night. Penny pitchers, with the Long Island pitchers as well. I think they were $5 and $1 for a refill. I think that's what it used to be back in the day. Mizzou, MIC, ZOU, big game this week against Kentucky. Let's hope we can win. Anyways, that's what we're coming down to. We're winding and grinding into the last two spots. Eagles defense going against, and the Buccaneers defense. Eagles going against the Giants tonight. Buccaneers going against Vegas. What would have been Sunday night, now moved to Sunday afternoon. Let's see if they play with COVID and everything. But anyways, I'm going to give the advantage to the Eagles defense, advantage Deutsch. Now we're going to come down to the kicker. I think Gostowski's going to have a bigger day than Prater. Therefore, I am peaking team sets to keep just ramming away those victories, putting away, money shot, victory, all that fun stuff. Anyways, team sets to the victory. One of Godwin, most to 4-3. Still in play prediction though. Expect to see Jeff Up in the semifinals at least. Always a fantastic one. Anyways, that's it for Todd's 10 this week. I am your host, Todd Kiper Berman Jr. Hope you all have enjoyed a little self-promotion. Check out Brett Kohler's new song on Spotify. Has over almost 2,000 streams in less than a week. His other song also has almost 150,000 streams. Shameless self-promotion. Please go check it out. Help me out. Share it. Tell your friends. Anyways, again, I am Todd Kiper Berman Jr. Hope you all had a wonderful week. Hope you all have a wonderful week 7. Congratulations, we made it. Have a good one, everybody. Thank you for watching Todd's 10.